Hey Playbookers, Todd here with the Church Playbook, here to answer your questions about the unique challenges that we face as pastors in leading churches of under 200. And I just want to take a second and answer the question, what should I be doing over the summer to prepare for the fall? And here's why that's a great question. See, everyone thinks that the new year is January 1st, but not in our world. It's not. In our world, the new year is September 1st. In fact, the new year is the day after Labor Day, or really the Sunday after Labor Day. So in 2018, that's September 9th. And here's why. Even if you don't have kids, even if some of the people in your congregation don't have kids, everybody runs their life according to the school schedule. So you could have no kids and still take summer vacation. Why? Because that's when everyone goes on vacation. And so there's just certain things that we tune our life to when it comes to the fall. Again, starts with Labor Day. You've got the kickoff to the NFL season, and then it's a short jaunt from September to Halloween, and it's like we skip right over Thanksgiving and go straight to Christmas. So from September to December is a super fast period of time in the church world, but it's actually the second biggest opportunity you have, for consecutive weeks to grow your church. So the 6 or 7 weeks after Easter is your biggest opportunity, but it's from Labor Day to Halloween weekend. You can really get some growth in your church. So the question is, if New Year's is coming up, again, and here at the time of this recording, 2018, that would be September 9th. That's the Sunday after Labor Day. So you should be planning a fall kickoff. So here we are. Right now, we're still in July. What are some things that you and I should be doing to prepare for our fall kickoff? Well, first, plan to do an event the Sunday after Labor Day. Now, I'm not talking about jumping on board with, there's some marketing movement like hashtag Back to Church Sunday. I'm not talking about that. Like, don't do that, okay? That's not a date on people's calendar, Back to Church Sunday, okay? I mean, I get why they're doing it. They're doing it for the exact reasons that I just told you, because now that school's going to be back in session, everyone's going to be back on their normal routine schedule, and for some people, church is a part of that routine. So I get it, but that's not what I'm talking about. Plan an event. By the way, if you could use some ideas on the kinds of events that you could do, just throw some questions in the comment section of this YouTube video, and I will hook you up. But plan to do an event. Now, you need about 5 to 6 weeks to promote that event. Now, here's why. Now, I live in Southern California, San Diego County to be exact. And the denomination that I'm in, we did a little straw poll about 7 years ago and found out that even people that say that they're committed to your church are only attending about 1.8 times a month. So really, not even half the month. It's like 22 Sundays a year or something like that. So you cannot plan to do an event and then announce it a week or two before, because you're going to miss half your people. So if you start promoting the event on your Facebook page, in your Facebook group, if you send out some emails, you do some, you make it a part of the announcements, you put in some invite cards in your program, you start doing that, start dripping it about 5-6 weeks before, you will hit everybody in your church more than once. So you need to plan to do an event, and then you need to start promoting that event about 5 or 6 weeks before you do it. And then, hey, pastor, you cannot be in charge of the event. You've got to get some people in your church to help you. But here's the most important thing, and then I'm gonna get off this video. The most important thing is you need to plan your follow-up system now. You need to have a follow-up system in place before you invite one person to your church. Because it's not about the event, which I know sounds like an oxymoron and kind of like the opposite of what I've been saying in this video. You need to plan an event, but it's not about the event. It's about how and what you are inviting your guests back to. So if you don't have a follow-up system in place, then you have no way of getting a hold of the people that have tried your church out at your fall kickoff. So I recommend make sure that you harvest information from your connection cards. You need to harvest information from the moms and dads that signed their kids into your children's ministry for the first time. And that first week, you send them a handwritten note. Now, the second week, whether or not they came back, someone in your church needs to call them and say, hey, thanks for coming to our church. Hope you had a great time. Is there anything that we can pray for you for? Are there any questions that we can ask? And then the third week, whether or not they come back, you don't do anything. Because there's a fine line between following up with someone and stalking them. And then the fourth week, whether or not they came back, you send them a form letter. This is the letter that's got your logo on it. This is your stationery. And what you do with that form letter is you thank them for coming, and then you give them a couple of next steps. So like we say, hey, we know that people will go to a friendly church, but they'll only stay if they make a friend. Here are 2 ways that you can make friends at our church. So handwritten note, phone call, third week do nothing, fourth week send the form letter with next steps. You got to get that in place before your fall kickoff event, so that you will have a way of inviting your guests to come back. So that is what you need to do. Hey, bonus tip, pastor, if you have not taken a Sunday off this summer, the first two weeks in August, maybe the third, depending on when school starts in your city. But hey, those first 2 weeks of August, man, you could probably take off and no one would even notice. Those are typically fairly low attended weekends. So make sure you get some time off, and that's it. Hope that helps. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. If you got questions, throw them in the comments section. If you would like more information on the follow-up system that I talked about, you can go to www.thechurchplaybook.com, and I'll give you my book for free. I just ask people to help me with the shipping cost, and that's it. God bless you guys, and we'll see you soon.